I've listened to many of your lectures, and I know that you say we don't die. You refer to it as croaking.
Oh, we just try to play with you. We try to be as disrespectful of death as we can be, because there isn't any. There's no death. You are eternal. We all are.
Could you talk about with law of attraction and how it plays out in our transition? In other words, when we transition to our next, after we leave the body, is it law of attraction that if someone believes they've been a bad person, they go to a darker place, and if someone feels they've lived a good life, and they go to a different place? Or is there just one reality once we leave the body?
Well, we think your question is perfect on the heels of something that we were identifying with some clarity just now as we were talking about this tug of war.
Mm-hmm.
So when you understand that you came from this place of source and that you're returning to that place of source, so as you've been banging around here in your physical body, you've been finding different things to focus upon, and in varying degrees you have allowed or disallowed your resonance with all of that. If you're one who has consistently allowed your resonance with this source, then while you were in your physical body, you were joyful. You were tuned in, tapped in, turned on. You were of value to others. You were what someone would call an uplifter. You sort of bring a bright light everywhere you go. People feel better in interacting with you.
Mm-hmm.
So when you make your transition, it just feels pretty normal to you. You just make your transition right back into that pure positive energy. But if you've been someone who's been frightened or afraid or angry, if you've practiced those vibrations of pushing against, so you've managed to pull yourself apart is too strong a word, and separation is too strong a word too. But you've managed to introduce enough resistance into your day-to-day patterns of thought that you've held yourself in a place of, let's say, orneriness, or let's say pessimism. So, but the source within you is still who you really are. And in the moment that you withdraw your attention from this time-space reality, and so you are no longer introducing the resistance into the equation, which is what is causing the pulling away from who you really are, when that focus stops, you move right into that pure positive energy. So the only dark side is the dark side that human creates here in physical form, while he uses all kinds of excuses to separate himself from the source within him. But in the moment that your focus is withdrawn from this physical apparatus and you stop doing that to you, you reemerge into non-physical energy, into pure positive energy. And there are a whole lot of people who are still beating that drum of hatred who don't want to hear that, because they didn't like you when you were in your body, and they don't like you now you're not in your body. And they would like you to suffer eternally. But we promise you, you won't, and they won't either. They'll just suffer as long as they're condemning you while they're in their body.
Thank you.
Enough?
You answered my question. Thank you very much. And thank you for the work you do.
It's a perfect beginning to this gathering. Our work is your work. The thanks is for you.